Excited about that. It's my pleasure, our head coach, Mr. Scott Hillman.
This is an extremely exciting time of year. It's a busy time of year. A lot of people think the coach goes to the Bahamas for a few months, but really I don't. This is a fun time, but like I said, a busy time. We're obviously recruiting, and boy, are we taking recruiting to another level this year. Not to give anything away since we're not doing it today, but we've expanded overseas and certainly are looking everywhere, and won't be too surprised to see a few Europeans, at least here in camp, fighting for a spot with the North Americans. So it's going to be an exciting summer. We're really proud of where we are right now, starting to go through our returning guys, and of course we announced Simon Watson back. Boy, it's probably almost a month now. The time's flying, but we've got a few more for you here today, and we're very excited about those guys. You know, we talk every year as we end the season, where do we fall short, and what are the real important things, and we probably will talk about the same answers every year to those questions. We've got to continue to be big and strong and tough, and we'll continue to work on that, and we've got to continue to work on the offense and bringing guys in that can you know, bury the puck under all circumstances, and we certainly made positive strides in every category last year. Just about every statistical category you can look at, we improved last year, and offense was one of those. So know that our organization is committed to finding those guys that will put the puck in the net, and so those guys are coming as well, and so much interest, and the caliber of players that are interested. Every summer it gets more exciting for me because we're getting calls from all over, and I'm sure Brent's talked about the teams that have gone, and believe me, just about every player on those teams that aren't in this league have called us, and we've considered all of them. I think we're ready to go, so let's get ready for our second signed player of the 2011-2012 season. That's unbelievable just to say. Number 24, Carlyle Lewis. Welcome back, Louie. You know, it was about a year ago, I'm sure, to the day that we sat here and introduced Carlyle as one of our first returning players last year, and I stood here and said that Carlyle's role would change slightly, and he certainly saw more consistent ice time last year and performed extremely well. And he's truly one of the most feared players in this league, one of the most respected players in the locker room, but did a lot on the ice for us beyond what he does with his big body and that intimidation. He scored some big goals for us. At a time, the Watson-Powerty-Lewis line was one of the best lines in the league, and they were supposedly our third line, and so we've got two parts of that line back right now. Extremely excited with the way Carlisle stepped up, in my opinion, stepped up his play from the first year with us once he had this league figured out, and excited to have him back as one of the first players heading into year 3 and look for more of the same. Carlyle Lewis.
Well, I'm not as long-winded as Scott, but
there's 80 kids up there.
Oh, but yeah, like he said, we're busy with this hockey school and stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited to be back. This year 3, and I heard him talking a little bit how we're continuing to improve every year, and that's our biggest goal for myself and as a team personally. Overall, we just want to get better each year, and hopefully this year we'll win it all. That's the goal. So.
You skated him one more lap, did you?
Absolutely.
Well, we are excited. We felt like we stole Cole Ruwe from the Bloomington Prairie Thunder last summer before we figured out we were all in the same league, and they weren't too happy that we already had him signed before the announcement was made. So we really lucked out, and Cole is a player that we couldn't be more proud of as an organization. He worked his way up the lineup, and Cole and his partner for most of the year, Blake Forsythe, end up tied for the league lead in plus-minus, which is a tremendous stat for a defenseman. Especially, he was often matched against the other team's most prolific scoring line. And so really developed throughout the year. Obviously brought another level of physical presence to the back end, plays with a lot of grit. He's the type of player we love here in Missouri, so we're glad to have you back.
I couldn't be happier to be back here. I obviously didn't really plan anything out. I was kind of rushing around, but this is amazing to see you guys, this many people here for on a Monday like this, and just shows what kind of great fans we have. And I can't wait to get things started and finish up what we came up a little short on last year. So hopefully we can do that, and I'm excited. So thank you.
Oh, he wants the chant. Derek. Knowlesy, thanks for making the trip in. He just got off a plane late last night to come and visit with all of us. We had scouted Derek heavily over the previous few seasons, and coming out of Canadian University, you're sometimes, obviously you're just, well, there's no fighting there basically, so you're just judging a hockey player for his intensity and his intelligence and what you think he can bring to the table. And boy, did he exceed our expectation in every aspect. And we'll have the same talk we did that we had a year ago with Carlisle. I'll give you the same talk with Derek. He's going to play a much bigger role on the ice, shift by shift this year than he did last year. But boy, is his name well known throughout the league already, and we're excited to see him up and down that left side, driving the net and putting pucks in the goal. So excited to have you back, Knowlesy. Thanks again for making the trip.
Well, it's good to see everybody here. Just amazed by the support of the fans in this community from day one that I came here last year to looking at everyone today. So I'd just like to thank all the fans for their support, and my wife and I are really excited to be back in Independence. It's a great community, great organization, and we're just proud to be a part of the Mavericks organization. So just like to thank everybody, and just looking forward to being out on the ice and seeing everybody next year.
Number 44, Nathan O'Nabigon. Okay, you gotta be really loud. Nate. Okay, we're gonna have to be a little louder because he's stuck at the border. So we're gonna have to yell really loud if he's gonna hear us. Nathan couldn't be with us here today. He planned to be in a little border crossing issue, which happens on occasion. But You know, as we look back on year two, we're excited with the direction we started to move, and we've got big steps to make. But we started to look at our roster, and we knew there's one thing clear, that we were going to need to continue to be big and tough and continue to look for players. We were named the second hardest working team in the league last year, and it's because of guys like this, and we're looking for the rest of the guys to make sure that we don't come second in any category, certainly not the hardest working team. So we're proud to have these guys back, and we kind of had once we figured out how physical these guys were, there is an exciting t-shirt that kind of has all these guys on them on one shirt, and if you hurry, oh, good hurry, Patrick. All right. The first rule of Fight Club: you don't talk about Fight Club. And there they are. So those are available in the team store. Again, thanks to each and every one of you. This is tremendous, and I guarantee we're the only team that has this sort of fan support year-round, and it's why it's getting easier to bring the right players to town. They're hearing about you, they're hearing about our great building, they're hearing about the tremendous job that our front office staff does upstairs, and I hear that from you guys and the comments that you make, from our ticketing staff to our president and general manager, to our ownership group, and we've got one of our owners here today, and he's got his son on the ice all the way from West Texas, so it does truly feel like one big happy family. We're happy to have you guys here. That's all I've got. I've got to get back to the kids.
Thank you all very much for coming, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you.